Let me see if I can get this all set up right without knocking anything over, having to pick anything up. I put the phone on do not disturb. Okay, I'm guessing that that's what I'm supposed to do, right? One of you all needs to let me know. But I put the phone on do not disturb so that the call, if a call comes in, it won't interrupt the video. Because what's happening is, what I did was I turned the ringer off thinking that would do it, and it didn't. So every time a call would come in, the camera, the video that I was taking would shut off, would stop going, and then I'd have to start it again and then try and splice them together. God, that was a nightmare. Day before yesterday, I spliced them without any trouble whatsoever. Okay, I don't know why or how or whatever, but I just got on the computer and went to edit, and I copied and pasted or did whatever, and it was done. That was it. Yesterday, I bet you I spent an hour trying to figure out what I'd done and how I did it so that I could do it again, and simply could not get there. No matter how hard I tried, I simply could not get there. So I could not get it spliced. So on the YouTube video, on the YouTube version, because I'm shooting both the live Facebook on the iPad, and then I'm shooting the YouTube video on my phone. So the YouTube version does not have a full explanation of the workout, just the last couple of exercises, but it wasn't anything real complicated. And folks could catch on real quick, and if they needed to back it up, they start over whatever they could. But so I don't think it was a huge deal. But for the life of me, I could not figure out how to edit it and get it all fixed. So I don't know what in the world I did the day before yesterday when I just boom, 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 it was done. I loaded it up to YouTube. And then yesterday I spent an hour trying to figure out how to do it and simply could not figure it out. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so today is very much a recovery workout. I like this workout, okay? And you've heard me say 100 times, just because it's a recovery workout doesn't mean it's easy. Okay, doesn't mean that the workout's easy. It just means that it's different. It's not going to be we won't be hitting resistance, heavy resistance. Sometimes that means we're going to be doing heavy cardio. Sometimes that means we're going to be doing agility and balance and coordination and speed. And then in the case of today, it means we're going to be doing a lot of stretching. Okay, I really like this workout. A couple of exercises, or some of these exercises you guys are real familiar with. And then there might be a couple new ones in here that, that I've come across. And these are the hardest workouts for me. I'm not, as you all know, I'm not super flexible. It's something that I've been working on. We've been working on a lot on opening up our hips and more flexibility and mobility in our joints, particularly our ankles, knees, and hips. We've been working on that a lot. We'll continue with that today. Okay, these are long intervals. Okay, we're going to do 40-second intervals. It's not like an intense workout where you're knocking out reps and, the movements need to be slow and methodical. Focus on, completing each segment of the movement with perfect form. Okay, you want to focus on that. Slow it down. There's no benefit here to a faster tempo or faster speed or higher volume. There's no benefit here. Keep it slow. Keep the movements very deliberate. Focus on completing each segment of the movement with perfect form. Okay. For those of you who don't know me, okay, don't expect much here. It's not like I'm going to look like some of these fitness people who are extraordinarily flexible. Okay, so we're in this together. We're trying to improve together, working together. But I think that I can communicate what I'm looking for, and I think I can communicate what you need to be doing and how it needs to look. I think I can communicate that effectively, but you're not going to see this graceful, incredibly flexible, dancer, or it's not going to be like that. So just know we're in this together, right? We're working it together. Some of you will be. Monica's going to love this workout. She's going to love it, and she's going to excel at it. Really, I should have had her. I should have called her and asked her to come in and had her do this one. But I'm looking forward to doing it myself. So it's all good. I expect it to go well. And but these are long intervals. They're 40 seconds long. We're going to do 20 seconds of rest in between. Okay, I want to be able to set up for the next exercise and focus on execution. Really focus on execution. So we're going to do 20 seconds of rest, 40-second intervals, and we're only doing three full rounds. Okay, so that's going to be three sets of each exercise. So you want to make sure that you're executing properly on each and every one. All right, let's see how I can do on the demonstration here. We're going to start with a high plank and a hip twist. All right, let me make sure that I'm in the screen. And so just from a high bridge or a high plank position, right here, we're going to step forward just like you would if you were about to do a mountain climber. Okay, you're going to, let me do the other side first. So I'm going to step forward, okay, just like a mountain climber. Then, as I sit on the ground, I'm going to elevate my knee and rotate my lower spine, okay, and then back up and in and then down and then rotate my lower spine and then back up, switch forward feet, come down, rotate those shoulders around, pull that knee back. You're trying to get that stretch all the way through the hip and the lower back, okay? And then back up, okay? And we'll just alternate from side to side. So that's the first one. We're gonna call that a plank hip twist, right? And then this one, some of you, or most of y'all know, if you're clients of mine, we're gonna do a crab tap and a lateral extension, okay? So, a crab tap, your hands are set behind the hips, okay? You're gonna elevate the hips, okay? And reach for the opposite foot. So it's opposite hand to foot, then back down, roll those shoulders over, reach, opposite hand to foot. That's a crab tap. Now we're gonna add in a lateral extension. So you're gonna do the crab tap first, then foot back down on the ground. Now elevate the hips and reach laterally to the side. I'm not reaching back, I'm reaching laterally. Okay, and once again, I'm feeling that all through the lumbar spine and thoracic spine, and then I'm coming back down, hand on the ground. Now I'm gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna do my crab tap, rotating my shoulders over, reaching for my opposite foot, then back down, and then I'm gonna extend the hips and rotate laterally. I'm rotating and reaching to the side, okay? And then back down, switch hands, okay? We'll alternate from side to side doing that one for 40 seconds. Okay, then we're gonna do a runner stretch with a T rotation. Once again, you all know this one well, but let me see what the best angle here to show you would be. Okay, so a runner stretch, on the first one, the plank hip twist, we step forward like a mountain climber, right? This time, we're gonna step way to the outside. We're gonna replace our hand with the foot, okay? So I'm stepping outside that hand. My knee is outside my shoulder, okay? So I'm in a runner stretch now. And then I'm gonna rotate into a T rotation, Okay, once again, all through my lumbar and thoracic spine, okay? And then back down, then I'm gonna step back, switch sides, step forward, big runner stretch, and rotate, okay? So we'll alternate from side to side on that one. Then we're gonna do a 90 degree rotation. Okay, so seated on the ground with both legs bent at approximately a 90 degree angle. So I got my right leg bent at a 90 degree angle, my left leg bent at a 90 degree angle, okay? And then I'm gonna rotate my feet over, come around, and switch sides, okay? As I come around and down, I wanna lean forward, get a stretch in my hip, okay, in my glute, and in my lower back, and then I'm gonna rotate back over, okay? All the way around, okay? Now, if you can, if you're able, and then of course I'm gonna stretch that hip again by lowering my shoulders down toward the ground over my knee, okay? But as I come up and over, okay, if you were able to do it without hands and come around, great, do that, okay? If not, then you'll come around, put the hand down, rotate over, okay? The more flexible and the looser you become, you may find that you start out doing it with your hands, but then you're able to lift the hands and come around, okay, from side to side, all right? Then we're gonna do a child's pose. It's a progression that will start with a child's pose, then to a downward dog, and to a push-up. We've done these before, but we're gonna start from a child pose position, okay, which just means hips are back towards the heels, okay? You want to sit down on those heels if you can. I can't because this knee doesn't bend far enough, but you're gonna extend those hips back toward the heels, okay? Then you're gonna come up into a downward dog, okay? Extending those hips up as high as you can, up really high on the toes. Then you're gonna roll that spine forward into a push-up position, drop down, do a push-up, and then you're gonna reverse it back into your downward dog and back down to the child's pose, okay? We'll follow through that three-move progression, okay? And then we're gonna go to a stay low side lunge or stay low Cossack squat. You're gonna start with the feet nice and wide, all right? Drop down to one side, go down as low as you're able. Okay, get that butt down towards your heel, and then you're gonna stay low, come across, okay? And then come up, and then back down, reversing directions, across and come up, okay. All right, I'm pretty much done, man. That warmed me up, okay? So just the demonstration was good, but I feel better, I feel a little bit looser, okay? Prior to getting started. So, with that said, going to start with a plank and a hip twist. And we're going to start here in 10 seconds with the plank hip twist and 40-second intervals, 20 seconds of rest. All right, step forward, hip goes to the ground, rotate those shoulders back through, up to a high plank, step up, down, lift that knee, rotate those shoulders, back up, switch feet, forward feet, down, knee comes up, rotate those hips, back down, switch sides, sit down, rotate that hip. Oh, okay, good. Good. Now, crab tap with a lateral extension. All right, remember you're gonna be reaching to the side, not back. You're gonna be reaching to the side. So first we'll do our crab tap. All right, so opposite hand to foot, then back down, reach to the side as you press the hips up. Then back down, switch sides. All right, extend and stretch, reach, okay? All that grunting, that's a 55-year-old man's version of this, okay? Back down, opposite hand to foot. Reach laterally, press those hips up, okay? Extend and reach, good, okay. All right, we're on a runner stretch with a T rotation. Remember, your step is gonna be outside of the hand, okay? With the knee outside the shoulder. All right, step up, rotate, T rotation, back down, switch sides, step up, outside that hand, rotate, back down, outside the hand, rotate, back down, outside the hand, rotate, and good stuff. All right, now we're gonna do that 90 degree rotation. Okay, so start with those knees bent at 90 degrees. Let's see how we do here. Going for, as we rotate, roll over from one side to the other. All right, so around and down, up, over, down, up, over, down. Really working on opening up those hips, improving our pelvis mobility, right, and flexibility as we go from side to side. You know what I forgot? We need to be reaching down, coming up and over, reaching down, pressing those shoulders down over that knee to the ground. All right, good. Okay, now, child's pose to a downward dog to a push-up. All right, let's see how this goes. So, starting from a child's pose, back, right? Then come all the way up into a downward dog, high up on the toes, roll up through the spine, drop down into your push-up, and then reverse it. Roll up from the shoulders, back down to the spine into a downward dog, and child's pose. Reverse, up and through, roll, push up, reverse it, reach, roll, back to child's pose, up and over, reverse, and down, good. Good, okay, stay low Cossack squat. Wide feet, we're gonna start with wide feet, okay? Get those feet wide, right? And the longer your legs, okay, the longer your legs, the wider your feet need to be, okay? Some of you know exactly who I'm talking about, okay? I'm going down as low as I'm able, okay? I wish I could go lower, but I'm going as low as I'm able. This is my bad side because that knee simply will not bend. I'm reversing direction, staying low and across, coming up. Notice I'm not rushing through any of these movements, okay? Oh, okay, that's round one of three. We're starting round two. All right. Plank with a hip twist. Okay, get ready. So from a high bridge, I'm stepping up, down, pulling that knee around, rotating those shoulders, up. Switch forward feet, down, rotate those shoulders, okay? Up, switch feet. Down. Rotate those shoulders. Use that leg as leverage. Switch feet. Down. Rotate those shoulders. Back up. Switch feet. Okay. All right. Crab tap with a lateral extension. Yeah, these are far from being easy, you know. The movements are hard. They're hard, and they're very challenging. Go. All right, so we're doing our crab tap. Back down, extend and elevate those hips. Extend to the side. Back down, switch sides. Crab tap. Elevate those hips. Reach laterally. Back down, switch sides. Reach. And elevate. All right. Crab tap. And elevate. Crab tap. And elevate. Okay. Back down. Good, guys. All right. Runner stretch and a T rotation. I feel better as I go along. I'm loosening up more. The movements are coming a little bit easier. Big step forward outside the hand. T rotation. Back down, step back, switch forward feet. T rotation. Back down, switch feet. Try and keep breathing. And down. Good. All right. 90-degree rotation. This one's hard for me. It's really hard for me. Especially, it's particularly hard to keep my torso vertical. All right, so wide feet. Up and around. And we're gonna come up and over and down. Press those shoulders to the ground. Up, over, and down. Press the shoulders to the ground. Up, over, down. Down and around. And rest. Okay. Child's pose, downward dog, push up. Okay. You can see how I'm moving through these slow. I'm not looking to knock them out real fast. Focused on form the whole time here. So, child's pose. All right, up to downward dog. Come up high on the toes. Round that lower back through the shoulders. Push up and reverse it. Up to downward dog. Down to child's pose. All the way up. Rotate through. Push up. Reverse it. And good. Okay. Stay low, Cossack squat. We're already at the bottom of this round. Wide feet. And go. Drop down to one side. Stay low as you go across. Come up. Down to one side. Stay low as you come across. And up. Each time I go down, I'm trying to go as low as I possibly can. You can use your hands on your knees as a modification for this, and it makes it a little bit easier. And rest. Okay. All right, from the top, last round. Plank with a hip twist. When you're done with this, you're gonna feel better. Just in general, great way to start your day. All right, plank with a hip twist. So we're stepping forward, down, rotate those shoulders, switch sides, step back, step forward, down, rotate those shoulders, back up, switch forward feet, come down, and back. Okay. Crab tap and lateral extension. Doing good, guys. I'm gonna start the other direction first. Reach and then lift and extend. Okay, to the side, switch hands, crab tap, lift and extend. Then crab tap, lift and extend. Back down, crab tap, lift and extend. Back down, crab tap, lift and extend. Crab tap, lift and extend. Okay. You know, the modification for that would just be keep the hands on the ground. Okay, kick the foot, then elevate the hips, and then switch. Kick the opposite foot, elevate the hips. I should have told you that at the beginning, but we're on a runner stretch with a T rotation. All right, so step forward and rotate, back down, switch forward feet. All right, 90-90 rotation. You know, when I started working on mobility and improving on my mobility and started doing these types of movements, it works, man. It works big, okay? Take my word for it. All right, switch, roll across, let's go down, back up and over, and around, and down. Back up and over. You can see the heavy bags sitting on the ground behind me. They're on the ground because our new bag stands are in. They're here. I just haven't installed them yet. But knowing that I was going to be bringing in the heavy bags and we're going to start punching and kicking. Knowing that, we began to work on hip flexibility to improve our kicking. So we started doing this stuff, and it's made a huge difference. All right, child's pose. And ready, up, downward dog. Let's roll through, come up as high as you can, and push up. Reverse it. Back down, child's pose, back up, through, and push up, reverse it. And done, okay. Last one, we're on a stay low Cossack squat. God, it seems like it went fast. Did I skip one? Wide feet. I'm gonna go to my left, your right this first time. Go. All right. And stay low, come across, back up, down low, come across, back up, down low. That last one, I can hear my knees cracking. Okay. Great job, guys. That was good. That's a great way to start the day. You know, a workout like that, you could shorten it, do maybe 1 or 2 rounds, and it'd be a great warm-up as well. A great warm-up or cool down, right? Keep that in mind. Those are the types of movements that you need to be doing. And certainly, pre-workout, you don't want to be doing static stretches, okay, by and large. There's a couple that are okay, but most of them, just stay away from static stretches. You want to do more dynamic stuff, okay? Studies have shown consistently that static stretching before workouts is problematic. It actually increases the chances of injury, and furthermore, and as importantly, it lowers performance levels, believe it or not. It's dynamic stretching. So if you go to a track meet, what you're going to see is you're going to see the athletes prior to their races. You're going to see athletes doing dynamic stretching, okay, movements, you know, swinging that leg in and out, doing that kind of stuff. What you won't see is things like, you know, a static hamstring stretch or anything like that, or a static, you know, quad stretch. You won't see that kind of stuff. They'll do that post-race. They'll do those things post-race, but not pre-race. The one exception is the glutes for some reason, but studies show that, you know, stretching those hips and glutes really well prior to performance actually elevates the level of performance.